First tonight, Maine is a state in which small businesses are crucial. To a large extent, they drive the economy. And behind every one of those businesses is a story, like the one we found in Freeport, in this case, a very Maine story. In a world where people increasingly want experiences and products that are local and authentic, Maine skiers are lucky. They don't have to leave the state to find first-rate terrain. But when it comes to ski equipment, it's not easy to find gear that's local and authentic. Not easy, but not impossible either. In a small, crowded workshop in Freeport, Phil Tazy makes handcrafted skis. Phil and his wife Amy are the founders, owners, and sole employees of Amalgam Skis. They began working on their first prototypes in 2012. How long did it take you from the time you first started to when you had a pair of skis that was at least skiable? Maybe not great, but that at least would work.
Yeah. Believe it or not, the first pair that we pressed, we skied.
There aren't too many people who putter around making their own skis. Did you have any experience at making skis?
No.
He did, however, have a lot of experience in composites and mold making and working with glass and epoxies and resins. He also had a college degree in mechanical engineering, and he had worked with wood and worked on boats. Useful skills when it comes to making a ski.
It is handcrafted. It's a lot of work, especially in kind of the manner that we're manufacturing them here.
When the Tazys started the business, they knew the skis had to be manufactured in Maine. They had no interest in making them anywhere else. And as much as possible, they wanted to use Maine materials.
So we've got maple and poplar cores in our skis, which are harvested here out of New England.
Starting up your own ski company, it's sort of like starting up your own car company almost, and saying, I'm going to take on General Motors and Honda and Toyota and so forth.
It's a bit insane.
Were you intimidated, daunted, scared by the challenge, by what you were getting into?
Absolutely. I think, and still are too. I mean, we still face that same challenge today, growing a name, growing a brand in an industry that is pretty well dominated by bigger brands.
Phil handles the manufacturing. He makes every ski himself, and Amy does the marketing. Since they're on a tight budget, a lot of their marketing has consisted of traveling to ski areas in northern New England and offering demonstrations, letting skiers see and try Amalgam skis for themselves. You're competing against the big guys. What makes your skis different?
I think it's the materials. It's definitely the handcrafted aspect of it. Being made here in Maine is unique to the market.
Amalgam skis are designed for the conditions found in the East. The idea is they grip on hard pack and ice, but also perform well on softer snow. Is it gratifying for you? Do you enjoy working with your hands, creating a pair of skis from scratch?
I do. I do like the aspects of the craftsmanship of it.
There are people who love donuts, and they open a donut shop. And there are people who love to sail, so they start a charter sailboat firm. This business, though, is different, because while boutique ski manufacturers aren't unheard of, they are exceedingly rare. Minnows going up against whales. You two clearly loved skiing. Has it changed the way you feel about the sport that you love, that it's now your business, too?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of inevitable.
Yeah.
Work is work, so we don't get as many free days on the hill skiing around that we used to, but we still enjoy it.
The Tazys' dream is that in a few years they'll have some employees and bigger sales. But here's what won't change. There'll still be the little guys in the industry, turning out handcrafted skis that are proudly made in Maine.
Okay, just that video alone is marketing enough.
Yeah, and we didn't plan it. We're not that good to have planned to run the story on a day when the mountains in Maine would have gotten about, what, 10 inches of fresh powder. That was just pure coincidence. We'd actually scheduled this story a while ago, but the timing works out.
You could have rolled with it.
Yeah, no, it works out. Now, here's one thing that's interesting about Amalgam is that it really doesn't maintain inventory. It just makes skis with a particular customer in mind. I mean, how personalized is that?
So once the skis are finished, boom, they go out the door. They don't have, hundreds or thousands of pairs sitting around the shop. It's a really unusual business model in that way.
That said, are you waiting a long time for your custom skis, or?
I don't know how, once the order is placed, I don't know how long it takes to fulfill the order. I do know that it takes Phil about 14 hours in all to make a pair of skis.
That's not bad, though.
So.
All right. If you want to learn more about Amalgam Skis in Freeport, just head to the 207 section of our website. That's newscentermaine.com, or visit our mobile app.